Am I on? Hello, everybody. Waiting for people to come into the room. Angel Spirit Love 222, thank you for being here. Are you new? I don't remember you, but I haven't been on since, I only been on once last weekend, and it was the first time since, September or October. But welcome. Just waiting for more people to come into the room. Thank you for subscribing. I appreciate you. I was sick for a long time, so now I'm starting to come on again. Welcome. So I did announce this live stream last week. Oh, 2 people here. Great. So while we're waiting, I'm sure you've heard about the Barbault aspect, the basket, which is a once-in-a-lifetime graphical aspect. So when you look at your natal chart, I'm not an astrologer, but I know just enough to make me dangerous because I've been reading tarot for 35 years, so please forgive me. But I've begun studying it in the past 2 years. So when you get your natal chart, it flattens the horizon so that you can see your whole universe basically on one page, right? Now, you have the technical aspects, right? But you also have visual, graphical aspects. Like, for instance, I have 3 seesaws stacked upon each other, which in and of itself, a seesaw is rare, but I have 3 stacked on top of each other, spanning the horizon from Virgo to Pisces, right? Very weird. I am better now. Thank you so much. Yeah, it was a long illness, so thank you, babe. You're so sweet. So they create visuals, baskets, stars, trines, right? Grand trines. Hi, monkey. Hi, monkey, you want cookie? It's cookie time, right? And the graphicals are, come. You want cookie? Come. Monkey cookie. Are meaningful in and of themselves. So depending on whether they're inner planets or outer planets, here you go. Monkey cookie. Come. I had to feed my cat, I'm sorry. Come, baby. They happen several times during our lifetimes. Sometimes their outer planets will have generational aspects, such as those people who gained or grew up or gained adulthood during the 60s. So you had the hippie movement because, it was on the cusp of the age of Aquarius. Come, baby. But this basket, the Barbault basket, which is named after the astrologer Andre Barbault, is literally once in a lifetime because it's never happened before. Now, why is it important just other than the basket formation on a natal chart, which is man-made, right? Well, it is because it's a rare alignment or where 4 planets and 1 body, being our moon, our satellite, are all in the same degree, right? So Jupiter is in 4 degrees of Leo. Leo rules the 5th house. So Leos, especially if you're on your natal chart, is closer to the 4th degree. There you go. You're welcome. This is a dawn of a very lucky time in your life. So if you ever want to play the odds, and I'm not telling you to, I'm just saying the aspects are good for you. I mean, Uranus, which rules Aquarius, is going to be in 4 degrees Gemini. So Aquarians might find stability, because 4 degrees is 4th stabilities. Are you referring to the alignment of the planets in a single line? I know there was a an alignment earlier in the month that was rare, but this is once in a lifetime where it's not so much an alignment because it creates a basket in the sky, right? When you flatten the horizon, but they're all in 4 degrees, which is very strange, right? But this is the Barbault basket is a time where it's initiating astrologically a time in your life where there's going to be a big cycle change, most likely. Okay. Now, why do we trust Andre Barbault? Apparently, he predicted the COVID pandemic, even though he died before the COVID pandemic. He said there was going to be a big pandemic, as well as some other predictions based on astrology alone. Okay. So we're kind of trusting, since he has some degree of published accuracy, that people will find stability or create goals or start a new cycle of stability based on whatever the ruling planet is, whatever degree it is in. But as a collective, this may be the dawn of where people unify, because 4s are unifying. But it's also number 4 is represented by the Emperor card, and it's authority. The number 4 is associated with police. So it could be that perhaps people will rebel against more governmental interference, right? For instance, the data centers are a thing. Like, what are they really for? That kind of thing. Anyway, you have Jupiter in 4 degrees of Leo. You have Uranus in 4 degrees of Gemini. Neptune is 4 degrees of Aries. Pluto, 4 degrees of Aquarius. Moon is 4 degrees of Libra. Okay? So, I'm sorry for that long intro. So what we're going to attempt to do today, okay, whenever there's like a Lion's Gate or a significant astrological aspect, we're going to do in all signs and see if the cards reveal how your life is going to change long term after July 19th through the 22nd. It's a dawn of a new age, right? So if you haven't watched my documentary about Pluto in Capricorn, please scroll down to that, okay? At some point, not during the live reading, of course, but welcome everybody. 3 watching, thank you. Aquarius is actually in my South Node. That's interesting. So you have karma surrounding your 11th house of friends and acquaintances. I hope it's good karma. Okay, so the decks while I was choosing out of the 300 decks that I have, because I've been reading for 35 years and I collect a lot of decks, so what I do is when I begin any reading, whether it's private or public, I'll say out loud to my decks, all signs, Barbault basket, and I'll listen to the intuits that I'm hearing, because I'm clairaudient, clairvoyant, clairsentient, and feeling empathic. And I'll listen to the words, and I would be drawn to the decks. And I distinctly heard, secret to be revealed, that phrase, okay? So maybe an unknown effect of, not only because we're in the age of Aquarius, but the Barbault basket is that maybe there's going to be some big reveals. That's what I'm getting from that. I was first drawn to an oracle, the map oracle, which I'm going to use as an overall, because as you guys know, if you've been a long time subscriber to the channel, only people can be oracles. So I don't do primary pulls with this, okay? But curiously enough, I was drawn to an erotic deck. Where's my glasses? Oh, an erotic deck that I hardly ever use. It's very dirty. I'm going to have to cover up a lot of it. But it's the Decameron Tarot. If you're not familiar with Decameron's writings, you want to make that a slow investigation. A little at a time. Otherwise, it's a little overwhelming. Then I was drawn for clarifiers, the Sweet Twilight Tarot. It's kind of interesting because it's a deck, again, I have to be drawn to decks in order to use them. I don't choose this deck normally. I don't choose the Decameron deck normally. And if the clarifier is to clarifying, the Secret Tarot. And I was drawn to this after I heard that phrase. Okay. Is Glenn Z7 here? What about Mooney? I hope you're here. Let me know if my regulars are here. David, Claire, Steve. Okay. Sum. Okay, let's begin. We're going to go from Aries all the way to Pisces. And the message or question I'm going to be uploading to the cards is, what should it be? It's a little tricky. Because the more specific the question, the more specific the answer. And nothing is more personal and private and more specific than a private reading. So either me or somebody else, please get a private reading in regards to this. But what should it be? How will July's Barbault basket, what secrets? It's a complicated question. So how should I ask it? What will Barbault's basket aspect reveal to Aries? What long-term effect? Sorry, I should have worked this out before I was live. I didn't think it was going to be this tough. What major change will happen in such and such sign because of the Barbault basket? That's what I'm going to do. Okay. Again, we're going to begin with Aries. Is your birthday 7/21? Happy birthday. Wow. I'm Fallout Girl. Hi, babe. I'm so happy you're here. Angel Spirit Love 222 is a new subscriber. Okay. Aries through Pisces. Forgot my question. What will be revealed to Aries? What long-term effect will the Barbault basket aspect affect Aries in the long term? What secret will be revealed to Aries by the Barbault, beginning with the Barbault basket in July? See, I keep asking a different question. How would because remember, I'm trying to incorporate what I heard while I was choosing the deck, so that's why it's a little tough. Because in the stuff that I have seen about the Barbault basket, nobody talked about secrets, so that's kind of strange. What secret will be revealed to Aries during the Barbault basket that will affect them for the rest of their life. What secrets will be revealed to Aries by the Barbault basket for the rest of life? I'm sorry, I have to write down this question. What secrets will be revealed to that sign by the Barbault basket and affect the rest? What life-changing... Okay, got it. What life-changing secret will be revealed to Aries by the Barbault basket aspect, which will affect the rest of Aries' lives? What life-changing secrets will be revealed to Aries by the Barbault basket aspect that will affect the rest of Aries' lives? Okay, sometimes the messages don't make any sense to me. Sometimes they're metaphoric, but I'm just going to say it anyway. I'm Fallout Girl is familiar. It won't make sense to me, but maybe it'll make sense to you. Now remember, you chose to be the sign that you are in this lifetime. Okay? You wanted the certain, like for Aries, it would be first house benefits and challenges to develop your identity. That's where you are in this journey. So, if psychics were 100% right, like myself, nobody would come to a tarot reading, okay? Just keep that in mind. We showed you the energies that are out there, and then it's all you, okay? I'll show you as much of this deck as I can without getting demonetized, okay? Now, what life-changing secrets will be revealed to Aries by the Barbault basket aspect that will affect the rest of your lives? You have the Queen of Pentacles in the upright. You have the 10 of Pentacles in the upright, which is amazing. And then you have the 5 of Cups in reverse. This is an outstanding reading for Aries, okay? Now, the Queen of Pentacles in the upright. Now, this could mean a person, because 8 times out of 10 for me, the court cards represent people. And of course, you may not be an earth sign, but your interlying planets may be affecting you in an earthy way. So, especially if you have an earthy moon. So your sun sign is what you are in the public space. Your moon sign is how you are when people get you alone, okay? It may be a new love for self. So here, you see she's being humiliated in... So, Decameron was a sadist, okay? Just want to let you know that. This person was humiliated by walking partially nude in a town square in a public sort of way. Okay? So what secret would be revealed? Either you expose someone who is being represented as a Queen of Pentacles, most likely a woman, in beginning in July 19th through 22nd. But whatever secret is revealed is going to affect you for the rest of your life. It looks like in a positive way from the cards that I pulled. Okay. Maybe you expose somebody who is, embezzling money, say. Okay. Right? And you have no regrets whatsoever. Can I show any of this? Yes. You have no regrets whatsoever. You're going to be glad that you did it, okay? And other people will be glad that you did it. Now here in the Ten of Pentacles, you have someone who's cooking for her man in the nude, right? Okay. Tens represent, in the upright, represent positive burdens, a family reunion, right? There's some kind of public exposure. Now, if you're exposed, and it could be fame, right? You're going to make a lot of money out of it, right? And we're going to clarify. And there's no regrets. Like, I'm so glad I did that, right? Now, especially if we get the Eight of Wands, that would indicate an online presence, right? So let's clarify. Hi, Lorraine. Oh, welcome, babe. Thank you for coming. Yeah, I haven't, last week was the first time in many months that I was on, so thank you for being here for my re-debut. So, this is for Aries. So, I want to know if this is a person. I got to cover up her nudity. This is a person, okay, or is this a abstract situation? Now, if this is an abstract situation, this is a love of self. For instance, we're going to clarify, and if it says something to the fact that you're the one who's going to be exposed, we're going to see if this is a person or an abstract situation. That's why we clarify, right? So clarifiers do not cancel out the primary cards. They pare them down. Because each card can mean so many things. Sorry, I teach while I do this. Each card could mean so many things. That's why you have to narrow it down by clarifying, right? Okay. What does this Queen of Pentacles in the upright mean for Aries in relation to the long-term effects of the Barbault basket? I want to see if you're doing the exposing or you're going to be exposed. Is it positive or negative? It looks positive, right? You inherit a position of some kind, whether in life or in a group or online or in a family situation, right? What's this Queen of Pentacles in the upright mean for Aries? Now, one of the planets that, oh, this is so fitting. The planet in the Barbault aspect is going to be 4 degrees Aries is Neptune. Now, Neptune rules Scorpio, which is like the 12th house, a kind of, I think it's Neptune. Is it Neptune? Yeah. Oh, no, they're ruled by Pluto. So Neptune is a very mysterious planet, okay? So we're clarifying. What does this card mean? Right? I'm covering up her private part. Sorry. What does this card mean? Is this a person or an abstract situation? And I believe it's an abstract situation. Remember when I was first shuffling for the private, for the primary pull, right? And I mentioned something about, sorry, all my portals are open, so I don't exactly remember my readings while I'm doing them. But remember when I said you may take a risk, okay? Here's the Fool in reverse. Here it is in the upright, okay? Now, the Fool card is the beginning of a journey, which is very fitting for Barbault aspect, because apparently the Barbault basket aspect is going to be life-changing for everyone, as well as collectively, okay? This is a risk that is a sure thing. The Fool comes out of the cave and exposed to all this sunlight. It's exposure, right? Is this a person or in a situation? It's a situation, but it involves you directly, okay? And it's secretive in nature in the beginning because it's Neptune. And remember when I was choosing the decks, I said, secret to be revealed was put into my head, okay? It's risky. That's why the Fool card is in reverse. You take a risk and either expose an earth sign or expose a situation which leads to more money for you somehow. Okay? It leads to the Ten of Pentacles. And there'll be no regrets. It's like, I am so glad I did that with the Five of Cups in reverse, right? Let's clarify some more because I'm nosy. Oh, yeah. So you've been holding, whatever you're holding on to, some kind of secret or secret period of preparation to do something. With the Nine of, is it the Nine? Yeah, the Nine of Wands. Here it is in the upright. You had it in reverse. Now, if you're a long-time subscriber to the channel, you know that the key phrase for this card for me is waiting for the other shoe to drop. How fitting is that, right? The other shoe drops. You're able to expose someone or a situation, and you publicly, it's public, it's very public. See how she's being marched through the town square, humiliated? Whatever it is will humiliate somebody. Even though you may not take pleasure in it, you'll be glad that you did because it benefits you in some way. Now, the Ten of Pentacles, like the Ten of Cups, there's an inheritance vibe behind it, okay? So you say publicly, I'm not saying this is going to happen. I'm not getting this storyline, but just as an example. You expose a supervisor, they get fired, you are hired in you're put in their position. Therefore, more money. It benefits you in some way to expose a situation or a person, right? You take the risk, and it might be a risky thing. So, anyway, there it is. Hello, everyone. Okay, now I'm going to clarify I'm coming up for breasts, the Ten of Pentacles, right? Is this a situational inheritance, a family inheritance, more money just in general? Now, if it's related to career, we will probably get something like the Eight of Wands, the Three of Pentacles, the Eight of Pentacles, right? Please clarify the meaning of the Ten of Pentacles for Aries in regards to this reading. Please clarify the meaning of the Ten of Pentacles in the upright for Aries in regards to this reading. Now, when I cut, I'm drawn, it's like parts of the deck kind of light up for me, and the color changes, and that's how I'm drawn to cut the deck in a certain way. If you're new here. Nine of Swords in the upright. Whatever it is, it's a money risk. It turns out okay, but this is dark night of the soul. So as a result of whatever you expose, that changes your life forever, because that's the nature of the question that I uploaded to the cards while I was shuffling for you, Aries, right? Dark night of soul. Please, God, let this be a good thing. It feels like a moral choice in a way. Four of Cups. There's a, whatever it is, you've been holding onto it alone for a while. Okay. And there's, again, no regrets. Now I'm going to, from the map oracle, I'm going to put in overall. Try to determine overall for you. Welcome, everybody. I really appreciate you being here. So what is the ultimate outcome for Aries as a result of the secret they reveal, beginning with the Barbault basket effect? What is the ultimate outcome for Aries as a result of the events around the Barbault aspect. I heard talking too much. So that feels like a warning to me. So whatever secret you reveal, for instance, I'm not getting this storyline. Instead of telling everybody, maybe you want to tell just the HR, that kind of thing, right? Talking too much and only give enough information. Like, for instance, if you found this out, whatever secret this Queen of Pentacles is hiding, whoever represents the Queen of Pentacles for you, okay? They don't necessarily have to be an earth sign because you don't know everybody's moon sign, okay? Sometimes people sit in their moon energy, right? You won't, in other words, you don't want to say maybe how you got the information, okay? Because I heard talking too much, right? So what is the ultimate outcome for Aries as a result of the life-changing aspects of Barbault aspect, basket aspect? You have the Magic Stream Oracle. This is the ultimate outcome. And it makes me feel like abundance. Like you'll never be thirsty or hungry again. That kind of thing. Right? Now, the number 18, which is kind of interesting because you have 2 9s as a tarot cluster. And 2 9s mean documents related to business. So this feels like it could involve the secret that you are holding, that you are exposing, has to do with the business venture, some aspect related to people or situations in your job, okay? Because you have 2 9s, right? And 2 9s mean 18, right? Equal 18. Now, if you break the 18 down to a 9, 9 rules travel and learning, right? And teaching and spirituality. And if we break the 9 down, it goes to a 3, which is communication, right? So this is really interesting reading. The ultimate outcome is a never-ending nourishment that will feed you for the rest of your life. Is kind of what I'm getting from that. What an interesting reading, Aries. Okay. Oh, thank you for welcoming Lorraine and I'm Angel Spirit Love 222. I appreciate that. It's Spirit Love's 222 is her birthday coming up. Okay, Taurus. Welcome, everybody. What life-changing secret will be revealed to or by Taurus by the appearance of the Barbault aspect, which will affect them for the rest of their lives? What life-changing secret will be revealed to or by Taurus with the Barbault basket aspect, which will affect them for the rest of their lives? So I can see in my mind's eye, my spirit guide, Jenny. I have more than one spirit guide, but Jenny is the one who appears the most, okay? And if you're a long-time subscriber, you know Jenny, right? So Jenny was I feel compelled to tell you, Jenny was a teacher in Victorian times in North London. She corrected me. I said London before, and she said, no, it's North London. I went, okay. So I feel compelled to tell you that. What life-changing secret will be revealed to or by Taurus with the appearance of the Barbault basket aspect, which will affect them for the rest of their lives? I heard money. Now, Taurus is ruled by the 2nd house of money. So your challenge and benefits in this money is, who are you in relation to money, right? Now, the first card you have, Taurus, and I'll show you, is the Hanged Woman, okay? The Hanged Woman. The second aspect you have is, or the second card you have, is the Seven of Wands. And the third card you have is the Three of Cups, right? So, the Decameron deck is an erotic deck, okay? Decameron is a sadist writer, okay, from old times. So I have to cover a little bit of this up, but there's a woman on a swing, and there's a man in front of her servicing her. And then there's another dude, right? So this is the Hanged Woman card. Now the Hanged Man and Woman cards are related to Pisces, which is 12th house of secrets, right? And here in the Seven of Wands, it looks like an R situation, and someone's covering her mouth, which is really interesting. And of course, the Three of Pentacles, or Three of Cups, is a celebration, right? So whatever life-changing secret is revealed to or by you, Taurus, beginning with the appearance. Hi. Come. Beginning with the Barbault basket aspect appearing in the sky from July 29th to 22nd. It's life-changing. This has never happened before in history. Okay? So, it's a very rare thing, right? I feel like it involves at least two other people, because you have the Three of Cups, right? And there's two people here with a Hanged Woman, right? Because you don't really see anybody other than the hanged person in decks normally, right? It made me think of Three's a Crowd. I don't know if it feels like it's being revealed by you, okay? Not to you. But it affects your spirituality, right? In a way. It's a moral choice to reveal this. And I don't know if you reveal a past trauma, which then leads to a release. But it's something you've always defended before. Because of the Seven of Wands is a very defensive card, right? Nobody wants you to reveal this secret because it makes me feel, because of what's in the cards, right, that at least two other people are involved in this secret, okay? But you reveal anyway, and it leads to a celebration. Now notice how in this deck, because I was drawn to these decks. So when I'm drawn to a deck, I'm just trusting that I'm being drawn to it for a specific reason, right? Look how the two cups are upright, and then you have this upside down cup, right? That's kind of different. So you reveal something that no one else wants to reveal, at least two other people. It's something you've thought about for a while. But if you do reveal, the choice between the number of days leading from should I or shouldn't I to actually revealing it, Taurus, is 12 days, because the Hanged Man represents 12 days. Okay? But see how he's like, shh, don't say anything. Right? It could be a past life or an earlier childhood trauma, perhaps involving SA. Okay? That's one storyline as revealed by the cards. I'm not getting that into it. I feel like whatever it is, you can't hold on to it anymore, because spiritually, it would be a mark. Okay, so I'm going to clarify. Hi, Lorraine. Thank you for welcoming everybody. I think I lost somebody. Probably because I'm being so long and drawn out. I'm a little out of practice because I've only been on once last weekend from a very long period of not doing it. Okay. Oop, this card wanted to come out. And I was actually about to shuffle for the Hanged Man. Then you have the Chariot. Whatever it is, it happens with speed. Now, in most decks, the Chariot in the upright is a halt, okay? But in some decks, they're movement forward when they're in the upright. This is movement forward. But still, see how, like in the Rider-Waite, he's not holding any reins. In this deck, this person is not even watching where they're going. And see, there's this whole dichotomy of two horses and then someone being separate, okay? You will lose two people or expose two people as a result of this. But it will create movement forward. Remember, I was shuffling for the Hanged Man, okay? And even though I hadn't yet uploaded the question to the cards, but you'll make the decision and after 12 days to tell, and you just tell it. I'm not telling you to tell it. I'm telling you what the cards are telling me you're going to do, okay? What does the Hanged woman in the card in the upright mean for Taurus in relation to this question? What does the Hanged Woman card in the upright mean? Hi, kitty. Mean in this reading in regards. What does the Hanged Woman card in the upright mean for Taurus in relation to this reading? Hi, monkey, monkey. I heard don't cut. Wow, strength. Yeah. I feel like there's a huge release. This is, the strength card, yes, it means Leo. Yes, it means August. Yes, it means convalescence, right? Someone taking care of you, right? But see how she takes her mask off? And she's like face to face with a fierce lion, right? You face something, possibly a childhood trauma. You expose it to two other people, it looks like, and it changes your life forever. And it's because the trigger of this Barbault basket aspect, right? The mask comes off and you heal something, because this is a healing card too. Okay? It's kind of strange because there's, again, there's two other people. There's three people in this card. I never noticed this before with the Sweet Twilight deck, but look at this person here. How crazy is that, right? Okay. I don't know why it surprises me. Again, in defensive code, don't say it, right? But let's clarify the Three of Cups, which is a celebratory card. It may even lead to a reunion. This is not a date card for me, okay? This isn't, I mean, even though I heard three is a crowd, okay? Three people are holding the secret. It affects you the most, okay? So you reveal it, you decide to reveal it, right, according to the cards, and it leads to the Three of Cups. It's not the story. So most of the time, the storylines that come into my head are almost exact, like situations. So people can. This reading is not just for one person. When I do readings, it's not just for one person. Okay, every Taurus there's some aspect of this reading that will affect you and that will be accurate for you, okay? Any reader who says, oh, this is for one person out there, yeah, they're a fraud, okay? That's just giving them, or they're not confident enough to read. So if it's not resonating with you, it's not for you. Yeah, this reading is for all Taurus, okay? It leads to a celebration and a reunion. So an example of this, not an intuitive storyline, would be you reveal the secret, possibly a childhood trauma. It involves at least 2 other people who don't want you to tell the secret. It leads to a healing card because of the strength card, the appearance of the strength card. The mask comes off and you can finally be authentic. When you hold secrets, it's held in your throat chakra. So if you've had a lifetime of a stutter or thyroid issues, or when you reveal the secret, you start healing. You start healing the throat chakra. Okay? 3s. 3 is the number of communication. Okay? So I want to clarify what this means. What is the positive outcome? What's the 3 of Cups in the upright mean for Taurus in relation to this reading? What is the 3 of Cups mean in the upright for Taurus in relation to this reading? Does that make sense, guys? Am I over-explaining stuff? I like to teach while I read, so what celebration? What will you be celebrating? Remember how I told you the Hanged Woman is a spiritual card? It's 12th house, right? Well, this is 9th house, Temperance. You clean, you like grace your spirit. I know that's very ethereal, and how am I supposed to see that to really quantify it and know that this reading is accurate? I get it, okay? But the fact that you have 2 spirituality cards, and this is tied to the outcome, right? And see how she's alchemizing her emotions, right? You protect yourself somehow. Or you're protected. And you're so, like, you might say to yourself, Taurus, I wish I had revealed this sooner. Okay? So, 6 of Cups. So you reunite with someone from the past. So the example I keep referring to but not giving, because I keep getting sidetracked, is that the secret, an example of this would be people in your family treated you as an outcast because they could tell that you were holding a secret. Or these 2 other people were bad-mouthing you behind your back, as an example. I'm not getting that into it. And you were kind of like the black sheep of the family. Once this is revealed, right, because it feels like a childhood trauma, it reunites you with the family. That's one kind of like story arc or example that. But see, the 6 of Cups, I'm clarifying. What is this celebration? What is this reunion? It's with someone from the past. Because the 6 of Cups is the nostalgia card. And you're protected. And you heal your spirit. That's what I'm getting. Crazy. These are great readings, man. I wasn't going to do it about this aspect today. I thought, it's once a lifetime I should, right? I'm so glad I did. What is the ultimate outcome for monkey? Like a baby. No. No. No? No means no. Okay. What is the ultimate outcome for Taurus in regards to this reading and the actions taken? What is the ultimate outcome because of this Barbault basket aspect and what Taurus reveals. What's the ultimate outcome for Taurus in regards to this reading and the reveal of the Barbault basket, as triggered by the Barbault basket? Ultimate outcome, Taurus. Unexpected visitors. Remember, there's a reunion. There's healing of both the body and spirit, especially the throat chakra, right? And it has to do with friends and acquaintances, right? Unexpected visitors. Someone from the past, right? A reunion. A door opens. And you're able to take a look in, right? I love that. Now, 4 plus 1 equals 5. Okay, that's the 5th house of recreation, sex, dating, right? 5th house, Leo. Now, the planet that's going to be 4 degrees of Leo is Jupiter. So this turns out to be a lucky reveal for you. And not as much risk as Aries was taking, even though it was positive for Aries, right? You may be kicking yourself for not revealing it sooner because it's such a positive outcome that you did, okay? I'm just saying. Thank you for all the likes, you guys. Now we're going to read for Gemini. What life-changing secret will be revealed to or by Gemini as triggered by the Barbault basket aspect, which will affect them for the rest of their lives? What life-changing secret will be revealed to or by Geminis as triggered by the Barbault basket aspect, which will affect the rest of their lives? What life-changing secret will be revealed to or by Geminis? I feel like it's going to be to Geminis, not by Geminis. So, as triggered by the Barbault basket aspect, which will affect the rest of their lives. Now, the planet that is in 40 degrees Gemini is Uranus. Now, Uranus rules Aquarius, which is ruled in turn by the 11th house of friends and acquaintances. Now, this is a secret I feel is going to be revealed to you. Okay. The first card you have, and I'll show you in a minute, is the King of Pentacles in the upright. It's good that it's not in the upright. So it may be an earth sign who reveals this to you. And it'll be by voice. It will be verbal because Mercury rules both Gemini and Virgo. Virgo and earth sign, right? So it's possible it's a Virgo man or someone who sits in their Virgo moon energy. Okay? And then you have the Emperor in the upright. And then in reverse, we have, sorry, these are hard to read. The Chariot in reverse. Now, in most decks, as I told you during the Aries reading, the Chariot card in the upright in the Rider's Waite deck is a halt. And in reverse, it's a movement forward. In this one, it's a little hard to tell. At any rate, I'm going to show you all the cards, Gemini. Here you have the King of Pentacles in the upright. It's not so terrible that I have to cover it up, because it is an erotic deck I was pulled to. But the King of Pentacles in the upright, if it's a person, because 8 times out of 10 for me it is, okay, is a generous king. The person who would give you the shirt off their back, okay, is there kind of like a strings attached? There can be, okay? But here in this deck, you have someone who's being very generous in romance, right? This rules the generous lover. This is, again, I feel like the secret's going to be revealed to you. It's going to be life-changing. It's triggered by the Barbault basket, and it's going to affect you for the rest of your life. Someone may reveal their feelings for you. I don't know if it's a boss with the Emperor card, right? But someone you, if you're a woman, you like very much. And I want to say it's someone you routinely or traditionally protect. You know, even if they're a dude, okay? But this person has some kind of authority over you, or in their work, they're an authority figure, okay? Like the captain of, you know, police, or they're a judge, or, you know, something like that. They hold authority, a legislator, you know? Someone who has public authority in some way. They rule over a group, okay, or a region. And I can't tell with this deck whether the Chariot card is a halt or a movement forward, because you don't really see anybody driving this. This indicates that someone else will be driving you. You're the passenger. Okay, it's the secret is being revealed to you, not by you, and it's going to be life-changing. I feel possibly this is a romantic situation, and even if you're married or with somebody, you know, long-term, they may reveal even deeper feelings for you. Like they'll really, for instance, they'll really tell you, they love you all the time, but they'll actually tell you what you really mean to them. Okay? For instance, it brings to mind like a video I saw on TikTok once where there's a man sitting at a kitchen. It was taped from a surveillance camera that they had in their house. And it was a special moment, and they decided to download it and from their surveillance system, and then, you know, post it because it was such a special moment that was memorialized. That was sort of unexpected. So the husband, I feel like it's the husband, he's sitting at the kitchen table. He looks like he's going through bills, and he feels very inconfident. He says something to the effect of, and I may find it and put a link into the description box for Geminis. So let me write that down. Gem, TikTok, you do everything for us. And there's a woman, because the camera is like elevated. There's a woman who looks like she's folding clothes. And he says out loud, you know, I just wish I would be a better provider, whatever it is. And even though you kind of feel like they have a meager existence, you know, like as indicated by, you know, the space that they're in, right? Like the furniture and all that. And she turns around and she tells him, look at this, all that you've given us. We have food. You're so nice to us. And she lists like this long list. And you can kind of see how she lifts him spiritually in that space. Like, don't be this way about yourself. You're such a great provider. And they go over and they hug and they post it, right? It makes me think of that. Someone tells you how they really feel, what you really mean to them, and they'll give you examples. It'll go really deep, and maybe this is just a surprise to you in some way, you know? And if you felt like you had to lead or co-lead, right? If you're a woman, you're the power behind the man. You protect him, right? And he's willing to reciprocate with physical love, So this is a person, if they're a dude, has an understanding of women, right? For instance, women, if they choose to share their body with a man, you know, that's a deep experience. I'm letting you inside my body. You know, it could be, that's a privilege, right? And they provide, they protect. So women share themselves to show their love. Men provide to show their love, right? So somehow there's a moment where someone reveals to you, Gemini, how much you really mean to them. Anyway, this is when you'll let go and just allow them to lead, you know? And see how this person is contemplating. I know these are really long readings. I apologize. So I'll just move on. Because I do, you know, want to get to everybody today. So I think it's just a beautiful reading. So that's why I can go on and on about it. Anyway, Uranus is going to be in 4 degrees Gemini. So it's unexpected, okay? So I'm going to clarify the Chariot. Is this a movement forward? So there could be an Earth, Cancer combination, Aries, Taurus, Leo. The Emperor represents about 5 signs for me. Pisces. Please clarify the meaning of the Chariot card for Geminis in relation to this reading. Now there's only 2 people. I think I'm over-explaining, so I'll kind of speed it up. 7 of Cups. So, again, it's a combination of movements. You know, someone's guiding you, right? And with this being clarified by the 7 of Cups, it may be a halt where it's life-changing because it almost opens up a space inside you where you felt restricted before, and you're able to make plans for the rest of your life. Possibly new plans. And it's like a breath of fresh air into your life. It injects new energy into this space inside you. Okay, it fills it with the 2nd chance card, with the Judgment. It clears you spiritually. Okay. What's the ultimate outcome of the Barbault basket and the events surrounding Geminis for Gemini? What's the ultimate outcome for Geminis as a result of the Barbault basket aspect appearing in the sky? What is the ultimate outcome for Geminis for the appearance of Barbault basket in the sky, which will affect them for the rest of their lives? Golden Palace. I love this. I want to say that it may lead to an expansion in space, and even possibly when this is revealed, you make new plans that involves some kind of move or international move, because the Chariot card does rule international moves, okay? But it's relocation of somehow into a larger space, a more spiritual space, right? Now, the number of this card is 23. 2 and 3 make 5, right? House of sex, recreation, dating, right? Just playtime. So it lightens your life. It lightens your relationship. And it makes you hopeful for the future because it does look bright. Okay. Love these readings, man. Oh my God. Now we're going to move on to Cancer signs. Now, Cancer is ruled by the 4th house. Okay. The 4th house is foundation, stabilities, right? What life-changing secret will be revealed to or by Cancer signs as triggered by the Barbault basket aspect appearing in the sky and affect them for the rest of their lives? What life-changing secrets will be revealed to or by Cancer signs as triggered by the Barbault basket aspect appearing in the sky and affect them for the rest of their lives? It's not super strong, but I feel like it's a secret going to be revealed to you. Now, secrets can be revealed by people or situations or events, right? The 3 cards you have, Cancers, is the card we don't speak of, and I have to kind of cover this. The card we don't speak of, which is the number 15 card. We don't say the name of that card, but here it is. Because some of those netherworldly beings, that's their name, so I don't want to summon them, right? But this is the number 15 card, the card we don't speak of. Your central is reversed, and it's the 3 of Pentacles in reverse. Here it is in the upright. It looks like a woman is overtaken by surprise in a love situation. It's kind of like a spontaneous, smexy moment, right? Now, the 3 of Pentacles in reverse is a demotion or mandatory training that you don't want, or it's a rejection by a group, right? And the last card you got, Cancers, is the 5 of Pentacles in the upright. I don't terribly like to see this combination of cards, okay? But it's not necessarily negative. Remember, I was pulled to these 4 decks out of 300, right? Now, the number 15 card in the upright is represents Capricorn, right? Capricorn is ruled by the 10th house of career and work and fame, right? The 3 of Pentacles in reverse, again, is the demotion or mandatory training that you don't want, right? And that's a career and communication card for me. But the 5 of Pentacles in the upright is a loss of faith. Now, the mandatory training may be that something happens, that a secret is revealed to you, and it may have to do with career or a job. For instance, an example of this would be, oh, because I don't have a certain certification, I will never ascend to a leadership position. So in a way, that's a demotion. Okay. And because this person is reading in the 5 of Pentacles, there's a temporary loss of faith. The 3 of Pentacles also is a decrease in salary. Okay. Or a small money loss. The 5 of Pentacles can indicate a money loss. But here, it may be because, like, okay, I'll never ascend to that position because I'm missing a certain certification or degree, and you spend money to go get that certification. Okay? It's materialistically motivated. You want to make more money. But a secret is revealed that by the Barbault basket, that you need additional education or training that possibly you don't want to have or take necessarily, but hopefully will lead to a gain later on. Okay? So you're investing in yourself. But the secret, that life-changing secret that's revealed as triggered by the Barbault basket for Cancer signs, okay, is that in order for you to ascend to either fame or more money or a higher position, is that you need additional training. And maybe this is a surprise to you. Okay? Maybe you thought you were in like Flynn because you've been at the company for 30 years. No. Okay, so let's clarify the number 15 card. Okay. Please clarify the meaning of the card we don't speak of in the upright for Cancer signs as triggered by the Barbault aspect. Please clarify the meaning of the number 15 card for Cancer signs. Welcome, everybody. As revealed by the Barbault basket aspect in July, which will be life-changing. Again, these are life-changing secrets, okay? It changes your life for the better, but it requires an outlay, at least a small one, in money, okay, to invest in yourself. Now, we're clarifying, I had to cover this up, I'm sorry. What does the number 15 card mean in your reading, Cancers? And the clarifying card that I pulled was the Chariot in reverse. Now, if you recall from it was Taurus reading where the Chariot appeared, maybe it was Gemini. No, it was Taurus. In this deck, the Chariot in the upright is a movement forward. But maybe you're not looking where you're going and have no control about how that happens. In the reverse, there's a halt. Okay, so we're saying, what does this mean? There's a possible halt to materialism or fame because of a lack of training in some aspect. Well, look at this. It leads to the Nine of Pentacles. You have the potential to increase your income or your money stream, right, by investing in yourself. Because the Nine of Pentacles is a very independent card. You have everything you need. Okay? It's kind of interesting that the Nine of Pentacles she's wearing a mask. It may be that you get this training in secret. Interesting. Okay. Now, I want to clarify what this means because this is not a great card when it's in reverse next to the Five of Pentacles, okay? So I'm actually going to clarify both these cards at the same time, okay? Welcome, everybody. What does the Three of Pentacles and the Five of Pentacles mean for Cancers in relation to this reading? What does the Three and Five of Pentacles cards mean for Cancers in regards to this reading? I heard the word back pain. Okay. The message, I mean, like it's a pain in the ass, or it's like a monkey on your back. That's the kind of energy that I'm feeling behind that statement, or that word. Here you have now, what do these two cards mean? The Three of Pentacles in reverse and the Five of Pentacles in the upright together. It means that with the Knight of Cups in reverse is that there's some small degree of sacrifice in one area of your life in order to make this happen. Maybe it's love, maybe it's romance, maybe it's a water sign your age or around your age. Clarified further by the Seven of Swords in reverse, which is an escape card. Okay? Again, you're doing this in secret. It may be because sometimes the number 15 card means, along with these other cards, mean that a secret is revealed to you, Cancers, that in order to get out of a situation, escape it, you need more training so you can get more money. This could be a secret job on the side to escape, okay? Whatever it is that you learn, right, it's going to change your life. You're going to study or get certified and you're going to do it in secret so you can escape a situation. It doesn't necessarily have to be bad. It just means like it's a demoted situation, like you're stuck, right? It could be either one of those things. Okay. Let's get the ultimate outcome as revealed by the Map Oracle. Does this all make sense? I'm Fallout Girl. Am I talking too much? I think these are really cool readings. But tell me if I'm talking too much. I'm Fallout Girl. What's the ultimate outcome for Cancer signs in relation to this Barbault basket aspect reading? What's the ultimate outcome for Cancer signs in regards to the secret they learn because of the Barbault aspect? Okay, thank you, babe. I see the card, I'm trying to get it. Okay. Sacred Pool. What's the ultimate outcome? Now, with oracles and like say the after tarot, before tarot, I read the reversals as blocks, okay? So what is the ultimate outcome? I'm going to show it to you in the upright first. Sacred Pool. So when I look at this card, and I'll let you see it, it's almost like a hot spring or a volcanic tube breaks through the surface when it's in the upright. Sacred Pool. Now, when you break down the 4 and the 7, I mean, that's a primary number, I believe, right? But when you add them together, it's the number 11, friends and acquaintances, right? 11th house of our friends and acquaintances, Aquarian energy, unpredictable energy. Whatever you do in secret, the ultimate outcome is that you escape something and it's a surprise to other people. Okay? But you block something from escaping, basically. And it's a part of yourself. So it's almost like you're, yes, you're doing something in secret, but what you're blocking is something by escaping something. And here you have this cool, refreshing pool. It's sacred, right? It envelopes. But you're blocking something from breaking through. Now, it makes me think of something volcanic, okay, when I look at that image. And when a volcano opens a new tube somewhere, it's because of pressure underneath, right? Pressure builds, it breaks something, and something escapes, right? Due to pressure. So maybe that you're containing, you're blocking, you're doing this to block something inside you from kind of blowing up. So I feel like what is revealed is there's something that has been building up for a long time. You find out that it's affecting you either directly or indirectly, but it's affecting your abundance, your ability to ascend in a position, or the position, if you like, say you're a housewife and you don't work, it's your position in the community. So you're going to have to take that how it resonates, because this reading is for all cancers, not just one of you, okay? This reading represents that The secret that is revealed to you by the Barbault basket is that you've been restricting yourself, and there's some kind of degree or certification or document that you need that may be related to status. It could even be a green card, for all I know, right? A passport from another country that is keeping you chained in. So in secret, you tell no one, okay, that you're doing this, that you're preparing for the rest of your life, right? Really interesting reading. Okay, now we're going to read for Leos. Okay. 6 people watching. Welcome. I appreciate you being here on a Saturday, midday. What life-changing secret will be revealed to or by Leos as triggered by the Barbault basket aspect, which will affect them for the rest of their lives? What life-changing secret will be revealed to or by Leos as triggered by the Barbault basket aspect, which will affect them for the rest of their lives? What life-changing secrets will be revealed to or by Leos as triggered by the Barbault basket? Whew. I just got this huge pressure in my chest, and it feels like it's causing me anxiety. As triggered by the Barbault basket, which will affect them for the rest of their lives. Whatever it is makes you nervous. And I mean, I momentarily felt like there was like an elephant sitting on my chest. I'm sorry, I gotta give you the messages as they come, right? So here, the first card you have is the King of Cups in the upright. And because this is an erotic deck, I have to hide the nudie parts, the smexy parts, so I don't become demonetized, okay? And then you have the Judgment card in the upright, thank God. And then you have the Seven of Cups, but in reverse. I'm not loving the Seven of Cups in reverse, okay? The King of Cups is great. She's on a table and her legs are up in the air, and you know. But the King of Cups, 8 times out of 10, is a water sign male in the upright. But in this deck, the woman, it's almost like you're peeking in, but here she's actually looking straight at the camera, so to speak. And you can tell this is very casual, right? So I have to cover this up carefully. See how she's looking in the camera? King of Cups in upright is an emotionally generous male. Okay. They're positive with their emotions, I want to say. If it's a situation or an abstract meaning of the card, is that there's some kind of a emotionally based contract in a way, right? The Judgment card is an O-R-G-Y scene, okay, O-R-G-Y. And a priest comes in and he lifts the sheet and you can see that there's a bunch of people smexing, right? I really have to cover up like 2 parts of this. Okay. But this is the Judgment card. The Judgment card in the upright is a timing card too. It's tied to a Greek myth about the chariot going across the sky, right? But in the Rider-Waite deck is an ascension. There's acceptance. It's a traditional second chance card, okay? But this reveals a group situation. right? It's also the significator for Scorpio. A significator card in the tarot is major arcanas, which represent certain astrological signs they're associated with. Now, the Seven of Cups in the upright, you had in reverse. The Seven of Cups in the upright is the ability to be able to map out your life and know what you need to do next and be able to make plans. In the reverse, you're not able to do that, and there's a wake-up moment. So my key phrase when I'm teaching is that the Seven of Cups in reverse is a wake-up call, okay? Now, in this scene, it looks like it's post-coital, and they're eating afterwards. You know how you're always hungry afterwards? Okay? But this is a wake-up call. The secret, I feel, is... I think it can go either way. It's either two Leos or bi Leos. Okay, so that part is unclear. But the secret has to do with emotional second chance in a group situation that wakes you up. So it seems positive overall, okay? It's a little muddy, but it's positive, because for the most part. In other words, the wake-up call is there's going to be a change in plans, okay? You thought your life was going a certain way. It's all positive, but maybe you find out you have to adjust a little bit to make a true wish come true, right? This could also mean, because remember how I said she's looking at the camera, which is weird, right? Maybe you have a second chance to settle down. Okay? Or you ascend in vibration due to a newfound interest in spirituality that kind of changes your goals. It's a wake-up call. Oh, if I want to get into heaven, I'm going to have to start doing this. And not be so casual and settle down, right? But you, whatever it is, you accept it. You're like, oh, I get it now. You know, it's like that. So I'm going to clarify the King of Cups because, I don't know, it's so different from the other cards. What's this King of Cups in the upright mean in relation to Leos in regards to this reading? What is the King of Cups in the upright mean for Leos in regards to this reading? 7 people watching. Hello. Sun says 5404. I wish I could see most of your message. Yes, I'm back. I am back. This is my second week back. Thank you for coming back. What's this King of Cups in the upright reading for Leos in regards to this reading? The Moon. I'm going to pull another card. Hold on. 6 of Pentacles in reverse. Okay, I got it. It's what I thought it was. So, Leos, ruled by the 5th house, maybe you're into the casual thing. I think you settle down. You decide you're going to settle down, even though you've been a lifelong bachelorette or bachelor. The reason I say this is because the Moon card is in the upright. This is intuition, vices, nighttime activities, Pisces, and Cancer for me. And then you have the, sorry, it was this card that came in. The Six of Pentacles. You had it in reverse. See how it's kind of almost kind of like has some of the same imagery as the, I'm glad too, babe. Thank you. As the Seven of Swords, right? Six of Pentacles. Whatever it is, it was too, you treated it too casually. And I heard buckle down. You treated it too casually, and you find deeper meaning in whatever it is. And it's a wake-up call, right? It feels like bachelor to I want to settle down kind of energy, okay? Because you have the Eight of Cups. You decide to leave a lifestyle behind. So this feels like a lifestyle change that leads to a second chance in life. Ooh, I should have covered that. Second chance in life. And there's a spiritual or religious aspect to it, or a spiritual ascension aspect to it. So I'm going to clarify the Judgment card in the upright. And then we'll move on to Virgo. What's this Judgment card in the upright mean for Leos in relation to this reading? What's this Judgment card in the upright mean for Leos in relation to this reading? What's this Judgment card in the upright mean for Leos in relation to this reading? I heard no man's land. I don't know if you're going celibate or something. I'm not telling you to go celibate. I'm just saying I'm interpreting the messages I'm getting and telling you, but only you will know what it means, okay? The Judgment card is being clarified by, yeah, see, I thought so. It's the card we don't speak of, the number 15 card. This is sex without love when it's in reverse. Or it's angry or dirty sex, right? So it's a lifestyle change. It isn't serving you anymore with the Four of Cups in reverse. Whatever it is, you'll deem it, and I'm restricted by language, you'll deem it as, you'll change your, you'll initiate a lifestyle change because of the Barbault basket aspect appearing in the sky. And I don't want to get into talks about physics and quantum physics and gravitational pulls, and you know, go research further if you want to talk about it. But astrology and the effects of the planets are real, and they do change or modify or affect human behavior, okay? Leave it at that. Watch my Pluto and Capricorn documentary on this channel. Anyway, whatever it is, like say you were promiscuous, I'm not saying you are, okay? I'm just saying if you had that kind of casual, smexy lifestyle, you did it to feel loved. And then there's a wake-up call. You're like, oh, I get it now, right? That's what I'm getting. That's the message I'm getting. I had 2 people leave because of that. Okay, sorry. What's the ultimate outcome for Leos as a result of the Barbault basket trigger? What is the ultimate outcome for Leos? I do feel like higher vibrational, life-changing lifestyle adjustment energy, right? What is the ultimate outcome for Leos as triggered by the Barbault aspect, basket aspect? I don't know if I saw it and then heard it, or vice versa, but the color pink, which is actually a healing color, okay? Compass. I love this. What's the ultimate outcome? Direction. Wake up call and a new direction. Compass. Now 50 breaks down to 25, which is a primary number. Okay. 5, fifth house, rules Leo, breaks down to 25. Okay. 5 plus 2 is 7, another prime number. This is a direction that once you take it, you're not going to go back to your old life at all. So it's a permanent change. Okay? But it's directional. You find your new direction. And it's positive because it's in the upright. Okay? Fucking brilliant. Okay. Virgos. As you know, I'm a double Virgo, double Pisces. But this reading is for all Virgos, okay? What life-changing secret will be revealed to or by Virgos as triggered by the Barbault basket aspect, which will affect them for the rest of their life? What life-changing secret will be revealed to or by Virgos as triggered by the Barbault basket aspect, which will affect them for the rest of their lives? I heard the truth matters. So I don't know if Virgos are just are like intuiting and just ignoring what they're feeling or intuiting. Okay? Because Virgos they're the fixers, right? Well, they don't really like me for no reason. It's me, you know? Because one of the big challenges for Virgos in this lifetime is jealousy by others that's unfounded. You know? I don't know why that came up. What life-changing secrets will be revealed to or by Virgos as triggered by the Barbault basket aspect, which will affect them for the rest of their lives? If something is obvious, you don't need your intuition. Okay? Don't second guess. First card you have is the Seven of Cups, being able to plan out the rest of your lives. The Magician card in reverse. And the Moon card in reverse. Secrets are revealed, right? Seven of Cups, and interesting, remember when I said the truth matters and you may be second guessing things? Like something could be obvious. Like you see it for what? You see something or someone. I don't see any court cards here. A situation for what it is. Right? Could this be that you're viewing a situation negatively? Like this is the real person. This is the reflection. Right? Seven of Cups is related to the Chariot card, right? Need to stop and almost like reset yourself. Like, okay, I went into that room and all the conversation stopped. So were they talking about me? I'm just using it as an example. Yeah, probably. Okay. Or you have such a tremendous presence that when you walk into a room, people stop. It could go either way. But here, a secret is revealed, possibly during daytime hours, okay? Because the opposite of night, the moon and the upright, is daytime, right? Could it be revealed by a water sign, Pisces, Scorpio, Cancer sign? Yes. The Magician card in reverse, not great. So what life-changing secret reveal, if I feel like it's being revealed to you, but it could be revealed by a higher self as well, right? What you're seeing is not real. I feel like it's, because the Virgos try to see the good in everyone in every situation, they're not seeing something for what it is, right? The plans you made up until now up to the Barbault basket, July 19th through the 22nd, you may see the true nature of a situation or a Cancer sign that makes you stop and go, oh, I saw the signs all along. I've always known the secret. In the upright, the moon is a secret. In reverse, the secret is revealed. The Magician reverse is a little troubling. In the upright, you have everything you need and all the information you need, you know, through the air, through the energy of the earth, through metal, through emotions, right? In reverse, this is like writer's block. You saw the signs all along of a situation or a person. It feels like a situation, and you ignored the signs. You had everything you need. You knew the secret all along because you have strong intuition, right? It's not, it doesn't necessarily have to be negative, okay? It can be positive too. It could be, or a neutral situation like, oh, I thought I was qualified for that job. You know, it could be something like Manini like that, right? You find out you don't have everything you need because you perceived a situation differently, and it's revealed. See, the skeleton lacks skin for protection. Okay? But in the same vein of this card, maybe you saw a situation as lack, okay? But really, you're fully clothed. That's one interpretation card. It's not that latter one because the Magician, you don't have everything you need, right? The secret is revealed. So Virgos, it's abstract, it's a reveal to you, but it's a reveal, there's a moment of clarity. And you're like, wow, I didn't see that. I saw that situation completely differently. You know? So that's the secret that's revealed between July 19th through the 22nd, most likely. Because these are outer lying planets, Jupiter, Uranus, Neptune, Pluto, and the moon. It may be a period, a prolonged period of when clarity is coming in, a little bit at a time. It's a slow reveal, it may be. But it starts July 19th through the 22nd. I want to know what this card means. Is this writer's block, or is it I don't have everything I need, or what? Okay. You know what's interesting, Virgos? I actually used a clarifying deck to do your primary pull, our primary pull. And I didn't know I was doing that. And that's not stupidity or absent-mindedness. That's interesting. It may be that you discover something because you were prompted to do something different or use different tools, right? So I'm going to use the Decameron deck. Hello, everybody. The Decameron deck as a clarifier for your reading, Virgo, and then I'm going to switch back for everybody else. What does this Magician card mean for Virgos? What's the Magician card in reverse mean for Virgos in relation to this reading? What is the Magician card in reverse mean for Virgos in relation to this reading? What does the Magician card in reverse mean for Virgos in relation to this reading? Monkey, it's a baby. It has to do with, I mean, I pulled the Three Pentacles. Whatever it is, you need some additional thing in, I don't want to use the word thing, but I don't know what it is yet. You see lack in a situation where all along you're protected. There is a sudden small money loss or small money expense or mandatory training they have to take in order to gain more elements, to have everything you need to make a new start, as illustrated by the Magician. Now, the Magician card you had in reverse, Virgos. We did. Now, the Magician card, because it's the number 1, is related to all the aces, okay? You need to make a new beginning in your life. And this will be triggered by the Barbault aspect, okay? There may be a small investment or mandatory training that you're not wanting to take. That may be a surprise. You got the Chariot card in reverse. Now that I looked at this card, like, for 3 readings, I believe in the upright this is moving forward. There's a halt. It has to do with career and a job, because here you have, I gotta cover up the dirty stuff. The 8 of Wands in the upright, which is sending out resumes, right? It's online communications. It's tied to the 8th house of earning money. Okay, so you have 2 career job cards here. You find out that even though there's no lack per se, you see the situation in more realistic terms, a situation that you perceived completely differently. For instance, just as an example, you thought you had good status in your workplace because no one bothered you, right? And you find out, oh, no, HR is taking a closer look. But it could be converse too, where you thought you were a wallflower and no one, you felt like you weren't heard, and you find out, well, no, people do respect you. You know what I mean? Because the 8 of Wands is in the upright. There's some kind of development, self-development aspect to this that you need to do. And it has to do with communications and documents and correspondence, mandatory training that you may not want to take, or it takes time in order to turn this Magician card in reverse back to the upright so you can have a new beginning, because it's tied to the aces. I want to know what the secret is, okay? The Moon card. Now, the Moon card, the Moon is one of the planets who is going to be a part of this Barbault basket aspect. It's in 4 degrees of Libra from July 19th through the 22nd. Libra is 7th house, right, of relationships, but it's also the balance card, right? What's this Moon card in reverse meaning? For Virgos in relation to this question. What is this Moon card in reverse mean for Virgos in relation to this reading and question? Itchy. By the way, my nose just itches. It doesn't mean anything. Yeah. Oh, I got this into it while I was first shuffling for the reading for Virgos. Here's the Knight of Cups in the upright. And I felt like this could be a romantic situation while I was doing the initial shuffle. And it could be. And here you have the Four of Swords in the upright, which is comes after the Three of Swords. So there's a healing and a convalescing period. And then you have the Seven of Swords. This is clarifying the moon in reverse. The secret is if it's romantic, someone reveals their feelings for you and it's a surprise and you just like, what? And, you know, Eight of Wands is online dating. I don't know. But, you know, communications. It causes a momentarily halt and realization, though, if it's romantic. If it has to do with getting more training or perhaps finding a more stable work environment where you're perceived correctly, right? It may require relocation, but there'll be a water sign who kind of saves you and takes you away from it all, possibly, or they help you. I want to clarify the Seven of Cups in the upright, because you're trying to plan out the rest of your life, but maybe you see scarcity, or you're just so unsure of what that will look like, right? What's the Seven of Cups in the upright mean for Virgos in relation to this reading? What's the Seven of Cups in the upright mean for Virgos in relation to this reading? Thank you for being here, you guys. So now that I'm healing from my illness, I think I am anyway. It was physical. I'll probably come on at 1 o'clock every Saturday. To clarify, the Seven of Cups in the upright, somebody wanting to make plans for the rest of their lives, to see their future clearly. You have the Ten of Cups. I feel with the Ten of Cups, I mean, that's a family reunion card, that's an inheritance card, that's a marriage card, right? It may be that someone reveals feelings or that they have more emotions for you than you thought they did. If it's a work situation, it looks like you're more respected than you realize, which turns the Magician card upright. But, you know, there's an ongoing investment, you know? It's like a constant, you have to keep the respect going. Like it takes work. And then you have the Two of Swords. I can't show you this image because she is being serviced by a man. So, Two of Swords, you have a decision to make about whether to invest fully in a situation. Now, if so, the Moon card in reverse, the secret is revealed, which opens you up to romance somehow while you're healing. And I don't know, there's some kind of relocation thing going. Anyway, there's a decision to make. Decision to make. Okay, I beat that to death. So you get the ultimate outcome. The key to this reading is you discover your place in a situation. Okay, whether positive or negative, it looks positive. But you're going to have to keep investing in it to keep it going. basically. What's the ultimate outcome for Virgos in relation to this reading? What is the ultimate outcome for Virgos in relation to this reading? What's the ultimate outcome for Virgos in relation to this reading? I heard not yet. That's delightfully vague. Yeah. See, didn't I say it? It's like you're rescued by someone. The ultimate outcome is rescue is blocked. But this is not necessarily a bad thing. This makes you rely on yourself, right? In the upright, I want you to see it. It's this floating like rock. And you see someone else floating away. And there's a house. Again, the idea of a house, right? On a hill. Now, new lover on the way. See how I feel like someone's searching for you. You may not necessarily know them. Someone's searching for their true mate or whatever. And you're ascending out of the cave. Okay, what is the ultimate outcome? It won't be a codependent relationship if it is romantic. Somehow, the Barbault basket, the secret that's revealed to you is that your place in a group situation, whether it be family, neighborhood, workplace, is different than what you thought, like opposite. And you have to keep reinvesting into it to keep that going or to stop it, whatever the situation. You make the decision and you're able to make it because the Two of Swords is in the upright. There is, it may lead somehow to finding your mate, your soulmate, possibly your future marriage partner. But it won't be like to rescue you necessarily. But they take you away from something. See how he's in a balloon and he's searching, right? And you're emerging, or you're just, you may know each other peripherally, okay? But rescue is black. The number of this card is number 16. 1 and 6 is 7, which is the prime number. You have some 7s here, okay? 2 7s mean, as a tarot cluster, mean mutual love, okay? So I believe you have a future love coming in. And it's tied to a group somehow and your perception of it. There's a reinvestment, but not a dependence. So very almost perennial. Okay. Interesting. But the fact that I was drawn unconsciously of using a different deck for the primary pool compared to everybody else is a thing. Okay, so I just don't have time to ruminate about it right now, what it all means, you know? Anyway, you get the picture. Now on to Libra. What life-changing secret will be revealed to or by Libra as triggered by the Barbault basket aspect, which will affect them for the rest of their lives? What life-changing secret will be revealed to or by Libras as triggered by the Barbault basket aspect, which will affect them for the rest of their lives? I heard, I don't wanna, like it had an inflection like that. I don't wanna, that's weird. Okay. So what life-changing secret from Libras? Here you have the King of Pentacles in reverse. Oops. You have the Knight of Cups in reverse. And then you have the Four of Swords in reverse. What secret is it being revealed to or by you? I think it's being revealed to you, Libras. And remember I don't wanna. The King of Pentacles in reverse is the not generous king. This is the person who, if it's a person, it's an earth sign or someone who sits negatively in an earth-moon space. And they're not only greedy, but they try to control people with money, with their money, somehow. The Knight of Cups in reverse means, now in the upright, it means new lover on the way, right? In reverse, not so much. The Four of Swords in reverse means you're coming out of a time of rest and ruminating. So it almost implies kind of like a wake-up call. It looks like it has something to do with romance and love and a partner or potential love interest. So I think the secret is being revealed to you. The phrase I got in my head, that not all love matters. So what that leads me to believe that like a reciprocal, the importance of a truly reciprocal relationship, okay? Meaning it's not enough that you love somebody, even if they don't love you the same way back, okay? They're greedy. They're manipulative. They don't really love you. This is what the cards are showing me. Now, if psychics were 100% right, no one would go to a fucking psychic. So keep that in mind, okay? And you come out of a time of rest. Whoever this is has hurt you because the Four of Swords is here in reverse. The Four of Swords comes before comes after the Three of Swords. So this is a person who has caused you heartbreak. And if they've left, they're not coming back. If you left, you leave because you get into a space where you can't be manipulated or controlled by another person. And it's almost like you were sick for a while and now are coming out of it. Now, kings, if they had a number, would be the number 14, okay, which is related to the Temperance card. You'll lose patience with someone or something. The Knights, if they had a number, would be tied to the Hanged Man card, which is Pisces and Sagittarius for me. And the number 4, Four of Swords, is tied to the Emperor card. The secret being revealed to you is that, like Virgo, you see a situation for what it is. And it's not so much a situation as a person, that they're not reciprocal. And they're never going to change with the Knight of Cups in reverse. You're like, well, they break my heart anyway, so I'm just kind of going to heal and move on. But it will positively affect you for the rest of your life because you're clearing out a bad energy. You're pulling it out. It looks like you're leaving it. Am I telling you to leave somebody? I'm not. Okay? You need to take it how it resonates. Okay? I'm telling you the energies to Libras, what are happening in their life. Okay? As related to the Barbault basket set of aspects. Okay? Okay, let's clarify. I want to... Now this person may be just a little bit older than you or the same age. It could be male or female, right? Please clarify the meaning of the King of Pentacles in reverse. I feel a strong gaslighting energy. So it may be mentally abusive. Okay. What does King of Pentacles in reverse mean for Libras? That's interesting. One card is in the upright, or face up. And it's the Three of Swords in reverse. You are healing. I'm going to put that back in the deck. Literally, it was face up for no reason. Right? So we're clarifying who's this and why are they manipulative? Because they could be an earth sign, and if they are, it's a Virgo. Okay? Or someone who acts like a guru to others. I don't know if that's important. A guru. So they have a very public self that's very even and even respected. Like they're viewed as wise. But really, they don't have the answers in the upright. Okay? Now, abusers, mental or physical or both, they'll have a very public persona where that is so good and well respected that if the partner being abused tells anybody, nobody would believe that person. That's their game, okay? Oh, you know, so-and-so could never do that. They're so nice, right? So behind the scenes, they're the King of Pentacles in reverse. In the public space, they're viewed as being wise. But really, they're just looking for answers, right? But you get the answer. And you're like, toodles. This person may act like you're no big deal and that they could leave any time and you're so lucky to have them. So I think it's pretty straightforward. Please tell me if that resonates. But anyway, you're going to come to that realization. If it's not an mentally abusive partner, it's someone who's greedy, no matter what the situation. They're greedy. It's non-reciprocal. They don't give as well as they take more than they give. And it's going to affect you the rest of your life because I feel like you're not going to fall for it anymore. Not only in this person, but another. It feels like a person. And you're going to heal. Now, even though the Four of Swords comes after the Three of Swords, which is heartbreak, you did get the face-up card with the Three of Swords in reverse, which is also healing, right? But it comes before the Five of Swords, which is a very confrontational change card. You win over two others, right? What is the ultimate outcome for Libras in relation to this reading? What is the ultimate outcome for Libras in relation to this reading? Could someone timestamp? That would be amazing if you could. What's the ultimate outcome for Libras in relation to this reading? Unexpected visitor. So this, not only the Barbault basket will trigger this, but someone's going to open your eyes somehow. But the ultimate outcome is, I feel like it leads to a lifetime of travel for Libras. Okay. Now, 4 + 1 = 5, which is recreation, dating, enjoyment, right? But this card is called Unexpected Visitors. I love that. Let's pull another card. Coming apart. 46. When you break down 46, it's 23. 2 + 3 = 5. Again, right? Now, this isn't necessarily a bad part, okay? You merged your existence with somebody. You were dependent on their respect, the way they reciprocated if they did, which it looks like they didn't, right? And it's almost like you separate yourself and realign. So I love that. And you become more independent with the one ring circus. And that's the ultimate outcome. You learn to not only rely on yourself, but to look at yourself as an independent being from other people. Okay? For instance, I haven't had a relationship since 2004 because of a similar situation, right? I was with this person for a long time. I had to face up to the fact that I was probably the only one in love, or what turned out to be not love at all, because I later found out what love really felt like, right? And so it was then coming to terms with how I lived my life and how I'm going to live my life going forward, right? Like, oh, you know what? I'm going to start traveling because this person never wanted to travel, right? And I eventually saw I did a lot of traveling after that. The point is, I haven't lived with a man or had a relationship, and I've only dated a couple times in the past. 2004. How long ago was that? Yeah, it was 2004. I've been single that long. I've been independent that long. I've lived alone for at least 19 years now, I think. And it's amazing. But if everybody disappeared from the face of the earth, I would not be lonely. So I learned to be a self-contained unit. Before that, I merged myself with everybody. So in December, January, when I knew I was losing what I thought was a best friend, they were the best friend, but this person evolved and I evolved, and we evolved away from each other. We no longer, we were only meant to be in each other's lives for a short time. There was a few days where it was kind of sad because I liked her a lot. But after that, it was like, it was easy. I was like, yeah, okay, well, I don't really need anybody. I don't. I don't. But I like somebody, yeah, if they were reciprocal and it wasn't some of this bullshit, right? Anyway, you learn to be self-sufficient emotionally, monetarily, you really become like, oh, I don't give a fuck what those other people think. Okay? So that's the beautiful thing, Libras. Now we're going to read for Scorpios. Thank you for being here, you guys. What life-changing... thank you for being here. I missed you guys. This is my second week, Claire, back on. But thank you for being here. So I just did Virgo 2 signs back. So thank you for being here, all of you. So what life-changing secrets will be revealed to or by Scorpios as triggered by the Barbault basket aspect, which will affect them for the rest of their lives? What life-changing secrets will be revealed to or by Scorpios as triggered by the Barbault basket aspect, which will affect them for the rest of their lives? I got a word, but it felt like really distant. But then I thought or saw the color purple, like the color. 6 of Cups in the upright. 7 of Swords in the upright. But in this deck, it's a lot better. And then you have the Knight of Swords in reverse. Now, the 6 of Cups in the upright, it's a nostalgia card, okay? It's looking back on the past, thinking back on your childhood home, right? How you grew up. So what life-changing secret is going to reveal? It looks like you reveal it to yourself. Or you come to some moment of clarity. Where before there was kind of a self-deception. It may be tied to a place, right? And then the Knight of Swords in reverse. This feels like a person. The Knight of Swords in the upright, you had in reverse again, but the Knight of Swords in the upright is a person who's logical, always seem to have a positivity about everything they in their manner of speech and all that. In reverse, this is a jerk off, okay? This person is irrational, they're consumed by their own thoughts and how everything affects their thoughts and feelings, and they're kind of paranoid, and, you know, Claire knows. It's nice to see you too. Thank you. So, this feels tied to a physical space, so it could be what life-changing secret will be revealed? Oh, you gotta tell me about that. Oh my God. So it's tied to a place. What secret, life-changing secret will be revealed to you, Scorpios, as triggered by the Barbault basket aspect in the sky that will change you for the rest of your life? Physical spaces can have energetic footprints. I feel like wherever you grew up or wherever you live, previously or now, or you figure it out, because I don't know your life, restricted you somehow. Just as your natal chart displays predicts your life and death. When you mix it with the charts of places or people, there's a synastry. How are you and your energy in that space or with that person? Are you a good fit? This feels like you may ruminate about where you grew up, whether you're in the same place now or not, and how it led to a restricted, deceptive, means self-deceptive existence. And it led to, that it's leading to the secret that's revealed is that maybe you're irrationally tied to a place, but the world, so what's coming up for you, it looks like, is an expansion, not only of the mind, but of a physical space. So I think relocation is in the cards for you, because that may lead to better energy, right? So for Scorpios, I'm encouraging a very, go ahead and spend some money on a good, like Helena Wood's astrocartography reading, okay? Because she knows her stuff about astrocartography, okay? Which is relocational astrology, okay? Sevens are tied to the Chariot, which has to do with international travel. Sixes are related to health and routine and Virgo kind of stuff, right? Knights, if they had a number, it would be the number 12, which is Hanged Man energy, right? In other words, your life-changing secret being revealed to you is how places have either restricted or expanded you. And it looks like you're going to do something about it, basically, is the bottom line. Okay. So let's clarify. What is this Seven of Swords in the upright mean for Scorpios in relation to this reading? What's this Seven of Swords in the upright mean for Scorpios in relation to this reading? What's the Seven of Swords in the upright mean for Scorpios in relation to this reading? Did I do an ultimate outcome for Libras? I don't remember. So to clarify the Seven of Swords, which in this card is kind of attenuated. You know, it could be self-deception, planning. You have the Knight of Pentacles. Now, when you have two Knights as a tarot cluster, means meeting old friends. Okay. But the Knight of Pentacles, it may be a slow move or relocation. I'm not telling you to move, okay? Okay? If it is a tarot reader is telling you to move, quit your job, leave that person, tell them to go fuck themselves, okay, first of all. Because we're not 100% right all the time. If we were, nobody would go to a tarot reader. You know your situation, okay? But there's a pathway I can't ignore here. Okay? You may meet an old friend, possibly from your hometown. You will see how, say if you're in your hometown, somebody comes home to visit, they tell you about their life outside of the hometown and how it's so, you know, say wonderful. And you'll see how a place or an energy of a physical location, okay, that's key. A physical location has restricted you somehow. There could be an earth sign that tells you this, okay. I hear, I come bearing gifts. So somebody will, so this is a secret being revealed to you, possibly by an earth sign. It could be water too. Queen of Pentacles. Oh, sorry, Queen of Cups in reverse. Whoever it is moody, I want to say. That's kind of weird. The Emperor in reverse. And it could be bossy too. Yeah. I mean, that's basically the bottom line. Because the message keeps coming in the same way. So I'm just going to pay attention to that. Paranoid and an ass. Gosh. Paranoid how? I'm sorry you had that. What is the ultimate outcome for Scorpios in relation to this reading and the Barbault basket aspect? What is the ultimate outcome for Scorpios in relation to this reading and the Barbault basket aspect? I heard a physical move. Okay? A physical move. Yeah. Interesting. I mean, Peaks of Joy, you got blocked. It came in blocked. But I was asking for outcome. So does that mean your Peaks of Joy are going to be blocked? I don't know. I know this is a number 33 card, which is a master number. 8 equals 6 can be broken down to 3, which is a communication card, right? It's a Gemini card. There's a maybe it will expand, or maybe you're just so tied to the place it's comfortable for you. You don't want to go out of the comfort zone, right? It may be too scary to even attempt. What the cards are showing me is the ultimate outcome. Okay, there's fear involved. Yeah. It looks like you may have the realization, but ignore it, because here you have stuck in the mud. Okay? Elephants can get stuck in the mud. They don't know how to get out of it. Right? So, I mean, it affects you for the rest of your life. So, whatever decision, once you have this moment of clarity, Scorpios, like, oh, I've been tied to a physical place, whether you're tied because you have a fear of leaving, or you just love it so much so you don't want to leave, or you get an outside perspective of expansiveness. And it looks like you don't follow the impulse, but I'm not telling you to do that, okay? I'm just saying, and if you do, there's a lot of fear involved. But it involves travel or relocation somehow, okay? But I'm just saying, what life-changing secret is revealed as triggered by the Barbault basket that will affect you for the rest of your life? It's this. I'm just saying. Okay. Now we're going to move on to Sagittarius. Because I'm starving. I haven't eaten yet today. What life-changing secret will be revealed to or by Sagittarius as triggered by the Barbault basket aspect, which will affect them for the rest of their lives? What life-changing secrets will be revealed to or by Sagittarius as triggered by the Barbault basket aspect, which will affect them for the rest of their lives? What life-changing secret will be revealed to or by Sagittarius as triggered by the Barbault basket aspect, which will affect them for the rest of their lives? Here you have the Five of Pentacles in reverse, which is good. This means your faith is restored somehow, or new money comes in. Oh, this is a disturbing card. Here you have the Magician card in the upright. I have to kind of cover it. Now, Decameron, where this deck comes from, Decameron was a sadist, okay? So this person this man is about to penetrate this person with a sharp tool. Okay? Anyway, Magician, you have everything you need. And with the King of Cups in reverse. Here it is in the upright. Okay? Your faith is restored, Sagittarius. I feel like in yourself, which may lead you to take risks or engage in behaviors that are maybe antisocial. But in a sense, you'll become more authentic. So I'm just trying to put a nice spin over this. But it might lead to you being, even though faith is restored in yourself, it may lead you to a life of being too casual about relationships or being too casual with resources, Magician, right? And being kind of separated emotionally from love relationships or partners. So the life-changing secret being revealed to you, it's okay to believe in yourself and trust yourself and regain confidence in yourself. But it may lead to an overconfidence as triggered by the Barbault basket that could lead to, how should I put this without being offensive? I don't want to offend anybody. You know? Meaning, I mean, it looks like you don't take life seriously after this. And I think all people should. It's almost like there's a danger of you becoming more shallow in existence. So what secret is revealed? There is a possibility that this could happen if you regain. Don't be overconfident, in other words. So this is a prediction and a warning as illustrated by the cards. I'm not loving it. It feels really icky to me, personally. I'm not saying Sagittarius are icky, but the Barbault basket may have both a positive and a negative effect on you. That could affect you for the rest of your life. It's an ultimate outcome. I don't even want to clarify this. Sorry. Sounds like clear sky. I'm actually aiming to relocate. Are you? You don't know, just don't know if it's in the city I'm currently in. Haven't found work and housing yet. Hey, Sunsis 5404. If I were you, I would go to Helena Woods. That's a person, an astrocartographer, and have her do a reading for you. She could help you in that regard. Like, what is the best place for you in the world? Places, right? Also, you want to choose cities and countries and states where I would use Chinese astrology for that. Like, I'm a monkey and I'm in a monkey city. That's why I'm lucky here. You know, you see what I'm saying? Because it does matter. Anyway, what's the ultimate outcome for Sagittarius? I'm going to look her up. Yeah, Helena Woods. She's an American who lives in Paris, and she's on TikTok. Go look at her TikTok because I think there's a website link. But she's pricey, okay? But she knows her stuff, so that's the only person I would go to, personally. I'm still in my home country, but might leave if this doesn't work. Yeah. Just make sure you go to a country that you'll be successful in, and a place. It really does matter. I totally 1,100,000,000% believe in astrocartography. Anyway, what's the ultimate outcome for Sagittarius in relation to this reading? Oh, I see it. Okay. Thank you for being here, you guys. A block in metamorphosis. Yeah, if you become, I'm feeling, okay, so what I'm seeing from the card, you regain your faith in yourself. It leads to an overconfidence, which could lead to a shallower life. I don't think that's a good thing, but maybe it is for you. Maybe you know, this is the life that you want. But there's a block to metamorphosis. Okay? It's not necessarily a bad thing, because see how there's mirroring here? And you want to be unique, right? It's almost like you're rebelling. But you'll find balance, so who cares what the tarot reader says? Okay. Now we're going to read for Capricorns. Yes, exactly. Helena Woods. She's an American who lives in Paris. What life-changing secret will be revealed to or by Capricorns as triggered by the Barbault basket aspect, which will affect them for the rest of their lives? What life-changing secret will be revealed to or by Capricorns as triggered by the Barbault basket aspect, which will affect them for the rest of their lives? What life-changing secrets will be revealed to or by Capricorns as triggered by the Barbault basket aspect, which will affect them for the rest of their lives? Ooh. Okay. So this could be like, I'm about to say the phrase. Oh, please don't leave it. The phrase left me. But I think it was something like, oh, you don't know everything. Do you know how it resonates? I don't know. But it's important because it was given to me. So I'll let you work it out. The three good cards you have is your significator, the card we don't speak of, in reverse. Oh, we've been on for almost 3 hours. And then you have the Tower. I have to cover up the smexy stuff, sorry. And then you have the 9 of Pentacles in the upright. Okay. This is a woman who's laying down on a bed and is being viewed. Okay. Now the Tower in this deck is very lightweight, okay? This person is getting an old-fashioned in the park, like in a public space, right? You don't know everything, right? So what life-changing secret is being revealed to you? You may find out about an affair that maybe everybody knew about and causes a temporary low vibe tower, and that leads to independence. Again, it feels very like weight has been lifted, so you may have intuited this, Could it be you having the affair? I don't think so. At any rate, it doesn't matter. It leads to independence, having everything you need. The tower in this photo is actually referring to this man's member, but you see how the tower is intact here, right? So it's not sudden. It's not unexpected. The signs were always there with the number 15 card in reverse. Anyway, it feels like a weight is lifted somehow. A secret is exposed either to you or by you. And instead of a tower, it's something you kind of knew anyway, and it just leads to independence, which is the best kind. Please clarify the tower card in the upright for Capricorns in regards to this reading. Please clarify the meaning of the tower card for Capricorns in relation to this reading. The moon card in the upright. It might involve a vice somehow. You know, smoking, drinking, drug addiction, naughty sex or something. And it's a betrayal. So it might be that you're exposed or someone else is exposed, but again, it leads to independence, so who cares? Yeah, and the tower again. The tower is clarified ultimately by the tower. Is it sudden? I don't think so, because this is kind of weird. They're in a tree. They're watching the tower, right? They're not alone. They're from a vantage point that's higher, right? So you knew the tower was happening or going to happen. You're like, yep, that's how that one went. Okay, let's get the ultimate outcome. I feel like a weight has been lifted. You may not have known everything about it or everything about how it goes down. Okay, but it is revealed. What's the ultimate outcome for Capricorns in relation to this reading? One moment. What is the ultimate outcome for Capricorns in relation to this reading? What is the ultimate outcome in relation to Capricorns in this reading? The ultimate outcome is, it came in as a block, protecting treasure. So is this a good outcome? You won't be able to protect a situation before, something that you valued, but you knew it was coming. Or you could watch the tower happening. So it's not like you have to like instantly adjust to the situation, right? The number of this card is 39, which equals 12, which equals 3. So whatever it is, it's verbally, and someone might betray you, or a betrayal is exposed. Okay? Okay. And yeah, Capricorns mess around a lot. Scorpios and Capricorns also have the highest rate of STDs. Okay? So I'm just saying. Now we're going to read for Aquarius. Thank you for staying with me. Hi. Cheryl Newton, 9684. Hi, babe. How are you? Welcome back. I see a lot of people have changed their handles. I'm loving it. What life-changing secrets will be revealed to or by Aquarius as triggered by the Barbault basket aspect, which will affect them for the rest of their lives? What life-changing secret will be revealed to or by Aquarius as triggered by the Barbault basket aspect, which will affect them for the rest of their lives? Now, effect can be positive and negative. We've had mostly positive, right? Oop. The first one is the 9 of Swords. I have to cover this up so I don't get demonetized, but a man is being serviced by a woman, or another man, I'm not really sure. 9 of Swords. Now, this 9 of Swords in the upright is dark night of the soul, fighting inner conflicts. And then you have the Hierophant, which is something going on, which is the High Priest card, right? In the upright, this is a Taurus card for me. In reverse, it's Aquarius. You had it in the upright. And then you have Strength. Where she's undressing him. Okay? So, I had the significators for Taurus and for Leo. So what secret is going to be revealed to Aquarius? I feel like that you're more dependent, even though they're ruled by the 11th house of friends and acquaintances. Most people are acquaintances to them. They're very naturally aloof and rebellious, and I don't need anybody. And they walk around like I'm so misunderstood, you know? No one gets me, right? But you're going to find out that you're more dependent on not people's perceptions, but more dependent on closeness, like intimacy, even if it's like mental or friend intimacy, than you think. Because, I mean, when you service someone with oral, yeah, it's a very intimate, you know what I mean? And romance and smacks are very intimate. Even kissing is a very intimate act, right? There's going to be some kind of 9 of Swords, dark night of the soul in relation to this. So the secret is revealed that you're like, hey, I didn't know. Because before, I mean, you're walking around like, I don't need anybody. You find out you do. That you're, I don't want to say dependent on it. Exactly, because it doesn't feel like that. It feels more like, I mean, I can do stuff alone, but I just don't want to be alone. And you'll be seeking into more intimate relationships with people. Okay? And you may even start to think about settling down and becoming married. I'm just saying. And it might be with the Leo, it might be with the Taurus, it might be with another Aquarius, but it's going to bother you at first. Will it be sudden? I think it will be. triggered by the Barbault basket aspect, because that's the message or question I uploaded to the cards. You do find that you actually need others to feel fulfilled. And it actually contributes to healing with the Strength card. Okay? Okay. I'm just going to clarify this reading as a whole for Aquarius. Thank you for being here, you guys. Please clarify this reading and these cards for Aquarius in relation to the question. Please clarify this reading for Aquarius in relation to this question. Please clarify this reading for Aquarius in relation to this question. I started getting a phrase, but I can't quite make it out. Look at that. Hierophant. So the Nine of Swords, Hierophant, and Strength card. They have two. This is major. They have two major arcanas in your 3-card reading, right? The Hierophant again. I think you want a traditional relationship. You know, this big Aquarius, big rebel of the zodiac, along with Virgo. You find out, yeah, I do want something traditional. It feels like you want marriage. Look at that. The World card. You want to expand your life. The realization, the secret that's revealed by the Barbault basket aspect, according to the cards, that will affect you for the rest of your life is that there is value in intimacy. It is value in not just knowing people or meeting people or hanging out. You want connection. True connection. And it looks like it will lead to a healing. Okay. Ultimate outcome. Monkey. Hey, Pee-Pee. I'm almost done, baby. What's the ultimate outcome? What's the ultimate outcome for Aquarius in relation to this question? What is the ultimate outcome for Aquarius in relation to this question? What's the ultimate outcome for Aquarius in relation to this question? Hey, Claire, if you're still here, remember how I told you I had because my long readings that I like to prepare for annuals where I put in a bunch of stuff, if I film it live to YouTube, you know, in a private part of YouTube, I have to wait like several days or a week for me to be able to download that same video and edit it for my 12-month readings for each sign. So I haven't been doing them for a couple of years, you know? So, because I mean, the wait, you know, is just too long. So Claire, what I did, I spent about $600 yesterday. I bought a server that allows me to have a subscription free, my own cloud. I don't have to pay somebody for it. It creates my own cloud. And so I can record directly up to my cloud, you know, privately, and then download it immediately. And I also get to store some readings offline for people to access. Anyway, what's the ultimate outcome? Field of Dreams. Yeah, you'll discover that you want a highly intimate relationship. Yeah. With the Golden Palace. I'm going to keep this, the Field of Dreams. You want more. And you'll get more. Okay, now we're going to read for Pisces. And then I'm going to eat lunch, you guys. But I do want to tell you I'll be on, unless I have an emergency, I'll be on next week at 1 o'clock. And I'll do an all signs reading again. So maybe put in the comments what topics you would like me to cover. I don't know. What life-changing secret will be revealed to or by Pisces as triggered by the Barbault basket aspect, which will affect them for the rest of their lives? What life-changing... I heard retirement. What life-changing secrets will be revealed to or by Pisces as triggered by the Barbault basket aspect, which will affect the rest of Pisces' life? One more. The first card you have is the King of Swords in reverse. The second card you have is the Eight of Swords in reverse. 8. And then you have the Six of Wands in reverse. Now remember, I heard the word retirement. That could mean actual, literal, metaphorical, right? Here you have the King of Swords in reverse. I'm going to show it to you in the upright. See, there's a weight disparity between these people. The King of Swords in the reverse, if it's a person, is someone who's highly manipulative, gaslighting, mental abuse, right? And gaslighting is not lighthearted. It is a form of really horrible abuse. Then you have the Eight of Swords. You had it in reverse. And the Six of Wands in reverse. I'm not loving the Six of Wands in reverse because it means a lack of victory. But the Eight of Swords in reverse is coming out of a time of mental imprisonment. Retirement. When I look at this, without clarifying, before clarifying, when I look at this, it feels like the life-changing secret to be revealed is that you have an out of a failed situation. Okay? It was abusive somehow. You stayed because you felt you didn't have a choice, or you were blocked somehow, restricted. It could be a job, it could be a relationship, it could be a town, it could be actual jail. And it just wasn't, it probably wasn't the best. If you stayed stuck in a situation or job, I mean, I'm holding it in the upright, but it was in reverse. So it was a failure for a long time. You just stayed. Okay? At any rate, it's no longer going to serve you. Because if you stay, it's going to lead to a lack of victory. Okay. So I kind of want to know about the King of Swords in reverse. What's the King of Swords in reverse? Because it could be an abstract situation too. Which is a contract. Employment contract. Marriage contract, right? Friend, soul contract, right? What does the King of Swords in reverse mean for Pisces in relation to this question? What is this King of Swords in reverse mean for Pisces in relation to this question? It was destructive, it feels like. The wheel, yeah. And the upright. A change was bound to happen. There's good luck associated with... I mean, it served you for a little while, but it no longer works. And it needs to change. I don't know if this has anything to do with an earth sign. Okay. Capricorn comes to mind. But it could be a Virgo or Taurus. And it's in reverse. Someone made you feel less than. They gaslighted you. Maybe they had some kind of degree of control over your world somehow. Okay. Anyway, I think this secret is revealed to you. Because the Eight of Swords is in reverse, which is great. I'm not loving the Six of Wands in reverse. Hello, feeling so lucky to see you streaming live. Oh, Kirthi, it's nice to see you again. I love you guys too. Thank you so much. I'm so happy to see you guys. Hanley Newton 9684. Welcome, you guys. So I'll be on next week as well, 1 o'clock Saturday. Okay. What is Six of Wands in reverse mean for Pisces? What is the Six of Wands in reverse mean for Pisces? I feel so lucky you guys are here too. What does the Six of Wands in reverse mean for Pisces in relation to this reading? Or more? Knight of Cups in reverse. Yeah, it had nothing to do with love. You didn't stay because of your love. I feel like it's romantic. And the lack of love is the failure itself. And then you have the Six of Pentacles in reverse. There was no reciprocation, right? Anyway, you get the idea. So what's the ultimate outcome? The important thing is that you know you're not stuck. You can leave. You can retire this situation. Okay? What's the ultimate outcome for Pisces in relation to this reading and this event? What is the ultimate outcome for Pisces in relation to this reading and this event? What's the ultimate outcome for Pisces in relation to this reading and this event? Now, I keep saying the word event, which makes me think it's like an instantaneous thing. Like, oh, I can leave. Like that, right? It leads to a commitment of some kind. It feels like a different relationship, but it does lead to commitment if you follow the impulse. I mean, there's two, a male hand and a female hand. I don't know if you can see that. Here's the male hand, and it leads to commitment. Now, 36 is broken down by 6, I think, if I'm remembering correctly. 6 is the house of health, routine, service, which is broken down to a 3, which is communication, right? But 3 plus 6 equals 9, right? 9 is the house of spirituality, which also breaks down to a 3. It may lead to a soul mate connection, like a romantic soulmate. Now, you and I are soulmates. Everyone you meet in your life, your parents, your teacher, your best friend, your enemy, you're all past, soulmates. You are meant to have this interaction with this person in this lifetime, whether it's a few seconds, like the driver of a car who just misses you, that reminds you to, look both ways. Everybody's your parent. So everybody's a soulmate. But this feels like a romantic, meant to be relationship. I'm just saying. Okay? Okay. That will leave you unstuck. I love it. Okay. Well, thank you guys for joining me. I appreciate you so much. So what I do at least once a month is I order out my favorite, very expensive Japanese place. So I hope you guys have a wonderful rest of the day. I'm so happy to see both new and old subscribers here. You're so sweet. So, for those who are returning and caught me live, I was really sick for a while, for many months. And I've actually lacked physical strength. Okay. So I think I'm beginning to heal, and I appreciate you and your patience during this time while I do that, because I did not come on hardly at all until last week. I mean, I think the last readings I did were in September, meaning online, and then I didn't come back till last week. So thank you for your kind patience. Welcome to new and old subscribers and friends. Thank you so much. So unless I have an emergency, I will see you next week at 1 o'clock Saturday. Thank you so much. Yeah, I didn't realize how sick I was. So I'm still healing. I'm not 100%, not even close. But at least I can do something for more than 10 minutes at a time. So that's a plus. But I mean, I had to force myself to work, actually work, which is very involved, but not physically, but it required every ounce of my energy. And as soon as I closed the laptop at the end of the day, I would just zonk out. But I mean, if I could have taken, a few months off, I would have. But I had to work, which is probably what prolonged the healing. Anyway, thank you for being here, you guys. I love you. I hope to see you here next week, Saturday at 1 o'clock. I hope you have a beautiful week. And please read about the Andre Barbault and the astrologer, Wikipedia or something. Because this isn't just like a thought experiment, okay? Astrology is real. Tarot is real. And this coming few days can change the rest of your lives. So, will you pray for me? Thank you. I'll pray for all of you as well. But thank you, Kirthi. You're always so sweet. Thank you so much. Okay. Well, I'll see you guys, and I'm going to go eat now. Or at least order the food. I really appreciate all of you. Thank you. And I hope you have the most successful, beautiful week possible, and I hope it's all positive experiences for you guys, okay? Bye.